Hey, peeps, it is Ashlyn Ray, the Live Your Badass Life girl. And sorry, I'm getting started a little bit late. I couldn't find my favorite t-shirt. I did not know you can't do Facebook Live on your MacBook. It needs to be on your phone. And my Google Hangout was acting wonky, but you know what? Fuck this. The show must go on. I promised you guys to talk about it, so we're going to talk about this thing tonight. So, Launch Your Badass Biz. How did it come about? Basically, as I've been building my own business, because I know you guys are like, what? She's like a fitness coach, confidence coach, empowerment coach. Like, what the fuck does she do? I am a coach for women, building confidence, revolutionizing the way that they think of themselves in a world of negativity and fuckery, and learning that they are awesome and okay where they are right now. But as I was building my business, I ran into other business owners at different places and found that even though I thought I was far behind, they are way further back than I started. And so it led me to believe like, okay, so all this basic stuff that I know, other business owners don't know. And it's like people want to hoard information. And I'm like, yo, we're all in the same deal, trying to make a life for ourselves and live our dreams and do what we want to do. So I started putting together resources of things that could help them along. So we came out with Launch Your Badass Biz with Ashlyn Ray. I have the blueprint, the workshop, and then there's actual coursework that we're going to do that walks you through it step by step. Tonight, we're talking about what the fuck is branding anyway? It's actually chapter 4 in the blueprint. And is it important? So I have a lot of direct sellers and a lot of MLMers and things like that who they get in the business and they brand the business. And the thing about that is that the business is already branded. Like, you know, I was in several companies and the company is branded itself. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows that I was a Beachbody coach. I'm a Beachbody coach. I did Pure Romance and things like that. But that company has its own branding. It has its own website. It has all these things set up for you to succeed. However, who are you and what makes you different? What sets you out from everyone else? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I am not a branding guru, okay? My awesome lady, Deanna Lindsay Lewis of Brand Smash Studio, is the person who got me going. Actually, we're almost done. She's been amazing. I love her. We work together well. And she's the one who got me up to speed. All I'm doing is relaying the information that I have learned to you guys. Because why the fuck can't you get the same information that I got with, you know, 1/3 of the time investment and 1/4 of the financial investment? I mean, seriously. The thing about it is, hey, Nicole, the thing about it is, I've learned a bunch of stuff and I am a teacher at heart. So my very core, I teach. So I'm going to always want to pass this along with you guys. So let's get back to that. Why branding? What is it? Well, branding is actually you. Everything you do, your opinions, your image, your appearance, how you present yourself, it's you. So when you're in a company or you're starting a business, yes, you might want to brand your business, but you want to brand it separately from yourself. If you're like somebody like me who's a coach, then my business is Live Your Badass Life, Live Badass Revolution. But I'm Ashlyn Ray, the coach. Just like I'm a Beachbody coach, but I'm Ashlyn Ray, the coach. So I want to stand out from the rest of my comrades, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, they teach you family and stuff in those businesses, but you need to stand out. The thing about buying products is this. I am going to buy a product regardless. I want this product regardless, but what makes me want to buy it from you? People buy things because they like you. It doesn't matter. You can get weight loss pills from anybody. You can get I was a pure romance consultant. You can order a dildo offline. You don't have to get it from me, but people chose to work with me because they really like me. And it's the people that click with you. So you want to attract the people to you that are more like you. Obviously, if you like yourself, right? And you want to work with people who can vibe with you. You want to attract people to you because those people are already willing to spend their time with you. They're all really willing to spend their money with you, right? And then the new people that you bring along, you want to put out messages that resonate with those people. Because at the end of the day, you want to get to why do they want to buy something? See, here's the thing. Yeah, they want to buy, a weight loss shake to lose weight. Or they want to get makeup to look pretty. But what is it at the core? Well, I want to lose weight so that I can feel better about myself and spend time with my family or my children. Or I want to wear this makeup because I want to feel better about myself so that I feel more confident. It's not just I want to look pretty or I want to lose weight. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's get into it here. Now, I was getting ready for this, and the thing about it was, like I said, I didn't realize all this didn't interconnect. So just bear with me. I just want to let you guys know real quick, who is the blueprint for? So I'm just going to read an excerpt from it real quick. You are ready to do something big, something meaningful, something that pays you without your first words in the morning being like, fuck, at the sound of your alarm clock, right? You might be broke. You're strapped for time. You're probably not tech savvy. You might be shy. Nobody knows what you do. You don't know what to do. And as far as you know, nobody cares, right? Your whole family has busted their ass to live a decent life for as long as you remember, because it's the American way, right? You work hard and you get what you work for. So sure, you step out a couple of times to venture on your own, but the world was simply too noisy. And starting a business is sort of a conundrum of sorts. I mean, it's like, where are the answers to your bazillions of questions, your thoughts, your worries? Who is listening to you? Who are you talking to? How can you stand out from the competition? And that is what brings us to chapter 4, which is what the fuck is branding anyway? So let's get into it. Well, as soon as I find my spot. All right. So, like I said earlier, branding is basically what you represent, right? A brand is simply what you are as a person or a business, and it represents an image that you want to portray to the public. So for example, I am the live your badass life girl. Therefore, I represent like a rock star, edgy kind of life. I ride motorcycles. I wear cool ass fucking jewelry. I hella potty mouth. I party. I do all these things. And that is my image. So the people who are attracted to me are naturally probably high paced, high energy people, right? So my colors are like fuchsia, gunmetal gray, and gold. It's not going to make sense for me to have daisy yellow and pink polka dots, right? It doesn't fit my image. So that is the beginning of my brand. How I act, how I present myself, how I dress, the colors that you see. Every time you see my logo, you should know that it's me. It should be edgy. My brand strategist, Deanna, put a lot of thought into what my logo looks like. The end of my R looks like a rolling burnout, right? Like because I'm a motorcycle rider. So being a badass, right? I'm probably not going to offer a program that's all about creating healthy meals for kiddos, because I don't generally market to moms. I'm not a mom. I generally market to single ladies, ages 28, 34, somewhere around there, the millennials, right? So I'm going to market to them things like living healthy on the go, living healthy and having a social life. How can I be healthy and kind of get my friends to do it with me so I don't isolate myself? Things like that. I want to work right towards the market, the people that I want to work with, my dream clients, because sometimes you get customers that turn out to be a pain in the ass, honestly. And I hate to say it that way, but they have you doing things that you didn't want to do. You know, it wasn't a part of your game plan. So you want to market to those people. Now, I'm not saying that you won't get people working with you outside of your niche or your market or whatever, because that will happen too. But specifically, you want to talk to a person. So when you do your branding, you want to practice as though you're talking to a person one-on-one. Right? When I write my emails, when I write my copy, when I get ready for my programs, I work it as though I'm working with a person one-on-one, like I'm talking directly to you. So what does that mean to you, right? It means you need to narrow down your style, your personality, and the type of people that you want to reach. So you want to generally attract people, like I said earlier, that are like you, so that you can be unapologetically, authentically you at all times. When you deal with me, you know you're getting the mouth of a sailor. It is what it is. Now, granted, if I'm around children, I'm going to try to censor it. I'm not disrespectful. But many of the people who know when they get me, they know what they're going to get, because I talk just like this on my blog, on my website, in my webinars, through my email, or whatever. Your brand colors, you're going to make those congruent. You want your colors and your looks and the names of your events and your programs to all be congruent. So I'm Ashlyn Ray, the brands, but I have Live Your Badass Life, Launch Your Badass Business with Ashlyn Ray. Those are programs underneath my brand, Ashlyn Ray. So I have the Live Badass Fit Club as well. So I'm telling you all this because you have to decide what and who you represent from the get-go. Because if you don't represent anybody and if you're one of those people who are like, you know what, my clients is whoever who pays, then you're not going to market to anybody, because you're not going to be able to relate to anybody, and they won't relate to you. So you want to know from the get-go who you're seeking out. And the further that you do that, the more narrowed down you have that, the easier it is for you to attract people to you. And obviously that means more clients and more cash, right? Knowing who you are and who you represent or attract will also set the stage for your colors, your image, the tone of your writing, your sales copy, the web design, and even the opinions and things that you give a fuck about, like the stuff that you're serious about, because that's a part of your brand too. Having opinions and things that you agree on or don't, things that you would do, things that you wouldn't do, things you like and dislike. All of that is a part of you and your brand. The other thing is that people will not only listen to you, but they will get used to you having that image. They will get used to you for a certain particular piece of information to be a certain way, and you'll become a staple on their timeline if it's social media, or if you're speaking to them live. You'll be like the go-to person, and not only will you be the go-to person, they will start to refer you. I refer people all the time. If it's something that I know somebody wants to work with me with and it's not within my brand, I have a list of people that I refer them to. It's a win-win situation. I'm not blowing them off, but I'm putting them with somebody that I know they would work with better, and I'm giving business to another entrepreneur, right? So how do you do it, right? How do you brand yourself? Here's the good stuff. So you guys get a pen. I'm going to speak fast, which I've already have, but I don't want to hold you hostage all night. So let's do this. So even if you are completely broke and eating ramen noodles 2 meals out of the day, you still have options to be branded, right? How fucking awesome is that? Excuse me. I've taken a lot of money and a lot of time investing in the business, trying to figure out how in the fuck do I stand out from everybody else. So here's some awesome apps that you can use to get some colors and get those cool fonts that you see people use on the images, and introducing yourself with different sales and new programs and all these kinds of things. So my favorite one of my favorites, is called Picmonkey.com. Now, a lot of you may have heard of this, and if you haven't, then you are in for a treat. Now, the thing about Picmonkey is that you need to use it on your MacBook or I'm an Apple person, but your laptop. You know, it can't be used on a tablet or your phone. But you can create awesome colors and schemes and edit beautiful pictures, and they're awesome for marketing, and you have shapes and different fonts, and I mean the creations are practically limitless. Now there are 2 versions of this. You can use the free version, which is obviously free, so like I said, ramen noodles or not, you can still get cool pics, or you can upgrade to the $19.95 version, which is the Royale subscription, and that unlocks everything for you, and you are able to just rock and roll and make whatever you want. And what's cool is you can save the templates too. So whenever you want to do something new, you can just go in and edit it and change it to whatever the new thing is that you want, okay? Now, there's another incredible app called Vanilla Pen. I got that out the App Store. It's on my phone. There's the free version, obviously, and then there's the paid version for like $1.99. I do recommend paying for the paid version of Vanilla Pen, because otherwise, under your pictures, you'll notice it says Vanilla Pen very small. It's their logo. But if you pay for it, you can put your own logo on there, and you don't have to worry about it. Now, is this a big deal? No, not really. You can add your own website or whatever, and I'm going to tell you how to do that in a few minutes. But you can add your own stuff, and it really is not a big deal. But I mean, hey, if you can get it for $1.99 and have it free, then that's fucking awesome, right? So speaking of logos, do you have one? Let me tell you, I was in business for a long time without a logo, without a website. I mean, I was willy-nilly out this bitch, okay? But lucky for me, I got the gift of gab, right? You know what? I don't have the gift of gab. I practiced it. Yeah. That is a skill that you earn. Anyways, so speaking of logos, now there is a site called Fiverr.com. It is www.fiverr.com. And with Fiverr.com, you pretty much can get a gig for $5. Seriously. And I'm talking about, you can get virtual assistants. You can get people to make you a logo. You can get people to make you intros to for your YouTube videos and stuff. You can get people to manage your social media page, your Instagram, all kinds of stuff. And this shit is for $5, yo. Basically just like freelance graphic designers and stuff. And okay, excuse me. Totally sorry. Coming over a cold, work with me. But for $5, I mean, they do a hell of a job. They really do. And what's really cool is you can leave feedback. So if they're, you felt like they did a really good job and you want to give them some props, you leave feedback, just like it's eBay, Amazon, or Etsy. And you can check that feedback too before you actually commit. And so that way you can decide if you want to spend your money with them or not, right? And they'll also leave a comment on you too, like if you were a good customer or whatever. And it makes you, people want to work with you too. So Speaking of which, once you get your logo, you want to know how to put that stuff on your pictures. So Watermark is a cool tool. Now you can get this for free, and I did not check, so I'm praying to goodness that it's not only in the iTunes store, but it's free, or you can get the one that's paid. Now, if you get the one that's paid, which is the one you really want, it won't have the iWatermark logo. And then you can just type in your website or your @ for your Instagram or your Twitter or whatever, and just smack it on the front of the picture. Bam! Now nobody can claim your shit, yo, because that's not cool. Not cool, man. Like, but people will take your stuff. So you want to make sure that you mark your stuff with your name, your handles for your Instagram, your Twitter, and all your other social media accounts. Now, PicArt, another photo editing app. This one, you can do fonts and overlays and make your work look really awesome. And I know I'm telling you a lot of photo apps, and you're probably wondering, like, why the hell do I need this many photo apps? But, I mean, hey, do you have more than one pair of shoes? Right? You want to change it up. Shoes are running shoes, cross-trainer shoes, things like that are used for different things. Just like I'm not going to wear stilettos to the track, I'm not going to wear sneakers to the club. So same thing with your photo apps, okay? Be sure that you are using consistent colors, all right, and consistent fonts. That is what brings your brand together. All right. Now, another one of my favorite gals is Mrs. Marnita Joy. She has an awesome 6-day branding boot camp. I am going to leave all these links in the comments at the end of the video, so look out for that. But she has a 6-day branding boot camp, which is really awesome. She shows you how to pull all this together, how to figure out who you're working with, what kind of image you want to show, and she's just really boss as fuck at her thing, yo. Again, I told you guys, I'm not a branding expert, but I can tell you where to go to get shit done. So Marnita Joy is a great one, and another one is Chelsea Marie. Chelsea Marie also has a lot of good free information for you to read up on and for you to apply to your own brand. Again, we're talking about shoestring budgets here, people. So I'm giving you the free stuff, I'm giving you the cheap stuff, but quality, because these are all things that I've either used myself or I know someone who's used it and it was badass. We don't do unbadass here, right? All right, so both of these ladies offer free services, and then they also offer services for purchase. And these are the things where they're going to do it for you, you know what I mean, or walk you through it step by step or whatever. You can get a consult. The thing is, a lot of people are like, oh, I can't afford a branding person. You know, well, here's the thing, guys. This is 2016, and they are called installment plans. A lot of these companies know that nobody's just dropping 4 stacks on anything, or shit, not even 1 stack. So they have installment plans where you can pay payments. So at least at the very minimum, yo, get the consult. Get the consult. I mean, seriously. So then if you have some people who are like mid-level, so you don't want it all done for you, like my brand strategist did, Deanna of Brand Smash Studio. She's fucking awesome, but she does everything for me. Like, I am so over the whole research and all that. Like, I figured everything out, and then I'm like, okay, take it away. You know what I mean? So that's her. She's high level, but let me tell you, she's fucking boss, amazing. And if you work with her, you will not be disappointed. But if you're mid-level, you want to do it yourself, but you don't want to do all the digging and stuff, which is actually how this all came together, right? Because I brought all the resources to you. There is a program called Brand Gasm 101. It's a mid-level investment, meaning like it's going to cost you a couple $100, I think. I think it's like $197 or something. But the program is completely badass. It is the closest you will get to professional without paying thousands of dollars. It's a do-it-yourself course that walks you through it step by step. You do not have to have tech skills, like zero tech skills needed, seriously. You don't know how to need to do anything but turn on your fucking computer and click like it's telling you to do. Seriously. That shit's badass, and it's totally worth it. If you have the couple $100 to spend it, you can skip over the, I guess what I like to call it is like, you know how you like Ross, Marshalls, and TJ Maxx? You know, I'd say this is like the TJ Maxx of it all. Before you get, you know, to the big store where it's like all nicely lined up for you and stuff. You're going to do a little work, but it's totally worth it for the value that you get. And again, like I said before, if you want to just do it all, then Deanna Lindsay Lewis of Brand Smash Studio is amazing, and I will add her link into the description box. So, again, those are installment payment type of programs, so don't freak the fuck out. All right, so here's one last little tidbit before I go, because I've held you hostage for about 20 minutes now. You will need people as crazy as you are on this fucking journey. If you are planning on being an entrepreneur of any kind, you need crazos just like yourself. The thing about it is, normal people just don't fucking get it. They don't understand our drive. They don't understand our need to create income, to create freedom, to do things our way. They just don't get it. And it's no harm, no foul. It's just they're different. And you need people who understand the grind, the struggle, and the daily hustle and bustle. And if you are looking for a place to hang out and have somebody you can vent to and bounce ideas off of and get some things like that, I'm also going to put the link to Launch Your Badass Biz Hangout Lounge in the comments as well. And you can hang out there. So you just accept it. I'll approve you and you will be in. I'm sorry, but that group is for ladies only. So guys, I will direct you elsewhere. Okay. But basically the whole point of that is to surround yourself with a tribe of like-minded people. You want to be where the people know your struggle. They can encourage you and hold you accountable and push you outside of your comfort zone, because being an entrepreneur is all about being outside of your comfort zone. Obviously, I am an empowerment and confidence coach at its finest. And so the ladies who are looking for a little kick-ass motivation and snarky blogs, you can visit the Live Badass Revolution. I will leave the link to the blog and the website there as well. There is one other network I would like to tell you about, and it is called the Boss Babe Network. Boss Babe Network is really cool. It has lots of inspiring things. I think they do classes and trainings and stuff similar to what I do, but I'm sure they offer even more than what I do. I'm very foundational. I teach you guys the basics to get your stuff going and moving, to turn you from an overwhelmed newbie into a legit biz owner who knows at least semi what the fuck is going on, right? So, with that being said, if you guys have any questions, please go ahead and put them in the comments. I will stay around for just a couple minutes so that I can answer them if you have any. And if not, I am going to start adding the links in the comments so that you guys can get to work on at least figuring out what your niche is, your colors, and get to work on your branding, because that is so important. Had I known what I know now, that's the first thing I would have done. But hey, it's trial and error, right? You live and you learn. So with that being said, I don't see anything in the comments. You guys don't have any questions? I hope that you got something out of this. I hope I didn't talk too fast. If not, you're going to have to listen faster. All right, guys. Deuces. Live your badass motherfucking life.